Welcome everyone to the GLOBE United States Water Coolers. And this time we have presenting Christopher Sherman, who is from NASA and ASTRO CAMP. And also he is one of our co-hosts for the Student Research Symposia that will be taking place at the Infinity Science Center. Super exciting. It's actually the weekend right before the eclipse. So we can prep students to prepare them for watching the eclipse the next day, at least by sending them from a NASA and GLOBE Student Research Symposia. We can hopefully let them know and their educators know about the eclipse module of GLOBE Observer. That would be very cool. And Christopher offered to do this because he is such an awesome ambassador for the GLOBE Student Research Symposia. I know you're going to tell your story, but I also want to say that I met you years ago when you brought students to the Student Research Symposia, and it was just an incredible time and to see your students as they were presenting these research projects. And it was really exciting, and it has nothing to do with the fact that you're also working on my favorite protocols, which were land cover. So that had nothing to do with it. That did not make you my favorite teacher of all or anything. So with that, I'll let you take over and share your insights into the Student Research Symposia.
Thank you very much, Jen, and thank you everybody that's on today. First off, I know that you're all really excited about environmental research, and I know that you're all out there collecting data in GLOBE protocols, and that's such a huge difference when students can finish what they've graduated from high school and say, hey, look, yeah, I've contributed data to an international effort to track environment and how the environment's changing over time, because that is just a huge knowledge base that we're actually putting out there with these students, getting them ready for, the research that they're going to conduct throughout their lives. And even the way they're going to vote when they make decisions on who they're going to vote for and things like that, and what's important to them in their lives. So I want to thank all of you first. That's the first thing that I want to do. And secondly, I want to kind of show off a little bit about what we did back in the day. We'll call it back in the day. The last time that I brought an actual team, I'm going to share my screen. And you're going to see Jen, I think, for the moment. Yeah, that should be her. All right. So this is my group. I brought them to a 2018 GLOBE Research Symposium, and they were conducting research, as she was talking about, on land coverage. And they had never done anything like this before. They were interested in the Science Olympiad. They were interested in National Ocean Science Bowl. They were interested in robotics. They were interested in so many things. But what really turned their attention to GLOBE was that they could contribute actual science to the field. And that was remarkable to them. They wanted and they were eager to get started sending in data so that that data could be used worldwide. We got a chance to attend the research symposium, and it is a huge difference when the kids stand in front of the people that they're presenting to and talk about their projects in an informal setting with actual scientists who are in that field or research professionals in those fields. They feel a level of importance that not even publishing in a newspaper would reach. They feel that important during that time, and they feel like they're actually making a difference in their communities and beyond, even worldwide. And these gentlemen here with me were not the only groups that I brought to GLOBE Research Symposium. I also brought in other groups in the years prior to that after getting a phone call from one of my old college professors. She told me that there was going to be an opportunity to bring my students to something like this because I was like super interested in GLOBE when I was actually in college. I was like, yeah, I'm jumping on this. This is going to be my shot to actually make a difference. And we traveled, and GLOBE covered our travels, and uh, we got to our location where we were going to present, and we met with the GLOBE team before we ever even got settled into our hotels. We got a chance to play GLOBE games. We got a chance to work with other professionals or other students all throughout. We got to hear stories. We got to hear about research. We got to interact with things in the local area that were super cool. And that's one thing that GLOBE brings you into. They bring you into a science where you just are so overwhelmed by everything environmental that it is like it gets your attention up, gets your excitement up, and before you even get in front of the review panel, I mean, you're super amped. So these guys got super amped prior to it. They broke out their best clothes. They put on their suit jackets and things like that, and they brought their A game in a way that I'd never seen them apply themselves to anything in high school up to that point. So they really just showed off the absolute best that my high school had to offer in a way that I just never could have anticipated. And it's all because of the opportunity that they got through the GLOBE program. So I'm trying to increase participation in GLOBE activities here in my Southeast region. And a lot of the times, the people, they just don't know what GLOBE's about, and they don't know how to get started. So being an educator who's actually gone through the process before, I try to help them or coach them through what they need to do in order to get started. So there's information here in Learn About Our program, which gives you a complete program overview of what GLOBE has to offer. It tells you about what the GLOBE environment is. And I love the GLOBE website for the way that it's set up. But one thing that they all want to know is, okay, how do I get involved right now? What do I do? And I'm like, well, the first thing you're going to want to do is create an account. In creating an account, you could go to a teacher account or you could be a GLOBE observer. I like the teacher account because my school had privacy codes, and those privacy codes prevented us from sharing student information if the student information wasn't absolutely necessary to go through. But I could get all of my students registered under me as a teacher, and then they could put in data under my account, their student accounts under my account. So I liked the teacher layout of putting in information, but you can go straight to citizen scientists and the students will have these accounts forever, depending upon the age of your student and how you get your people involved. You can be an informal educator or a volunteer coordinator and get involved. They have it all laid out here. You can choose which one of these accounts best fits you. And they're very easy to fill in. They're very easy to get involved with. But once you're in the system, then you get to update your profile and add your little picture in the corner of the screen, and now it's kind of a site for you to go to. It's your go-to resource. I immediately went into the trainings, and the trainings that I was primarily interested in were going to get me ready to go for the GLOBE competition, the GLOBE SRS, which is not really a competition. It's celebrating research. That's what it is to me. And I go into the protocol e-training, and I'm like, all right. So first off, what is GLOBE? Let's take this test and find out what GLOBE was. And I took that test in 2016. It has kept up with all of the activity that I have had online and all of the tests that I've taken, the days that I completed those tests, and the days that I certified in being able to put in that research, no matter what that research is. And it's really kept track of, and is thorough. it explains to you what you have to do. It gives you examples. It gives you questions to make sure that you understand what you're supposed to understand, when you're supposed to take your measurements, how you're supposed to take your measurements, spells it all out for you. And you don't have to do every one of these tests. You can choose the one that best fits your area of interest. So if you wanted to do just clouds, Clouds is a great starter module, but I'm going to tell you that as soon as you get involved with Clouds, you're going to want to jump into a lot of other things too. And it is like opening the door to the simplicity of collecting data, which is amazing for your students and it's amazing for you as a teacher. And it's going to really shine for your school too, because they're going to be like, wow, we're putting information into an international database. Well, once you put your information in, my next question I usually get is, how do I see my data? Well, I go straight over to the GLOBE data tab and I go to visualizing my GLOBE data. And they have a great system, a system that will show you the data that you have been putting in over a period of time. You can look at the top of the page and you go, well, I didn't put in data today, but maybe I put it in a week ago. And you can move this cursor back in order to select a date range for that data. And nothing happens yet because, well, you need to select what protocol you're interested in. If I was in that atmosphere protocol, I'd click on atmosphere and I was looking at clouds. So I'm going to go to clouds and I'm going to select cloud cover. And when I hit this green submit button, options come all over the place. They're everywhere. And I go and I look and I'm like, wow, maybe this is my school. And this is a school that works with the ASTRO CAMP Community Partners program. This is St. Helena High School, and they have been collecting data. And they have these 2 research locations, and I can click on one of them, and I can bring up the data that they have been putting in to the system, graphed, charted, details, pictures, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so the data is there. It's actually in the system for everybody to view. And real scientists are using this data. And now I can use this data too. I can think of a research question and I can say, okay, well, cloud coverage might affect solar intake for solar panels. How much does it affect solar intake for solar panels? And how is it applying to my area, specifically where I live? Because what if I want to put solar panels on my house? Can they actually do the job? Do I have to have a grid tie connection? These are all questions that I have that I can start to look at data to solve. And how exciting is that when your students are taking on questions like this, ways that they can help their environment and they can get involved. So now you've got your students excited about something. And you're like, well, maybe we could look at what is actually out there for these students to present this data with. And that's where you get the Student Research Symposia, and the Students Research Symposia come in here. So let's look at the dates, and you can see that registration is open right now. And this big yellow tab over to the side will register every individual that you bring to the Student Research Symposium. Every single person, not just the teacher, not just the presenters, but every person who's going to be part of it is going to be registered right here. And GLOBE checks to make sure that the people that they're interacting with are professionals, that they're actually the people they're supposed to be, and that they're good people to work with. And GLOBE is great people to work with. They are fantastic people to work with. And I've never felt an unprofessional environment while I was working with GLOBE. They're that good. So they're really on top of their game. Our time is right here, April 5th and 6th. You've got another one here in the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic region for the 3rd and 4th of May. You got the 3rd and 4th of May for the Southwest. You can see the time frames for your region's Student Research Symposium. And then you can click on it and the details just come right in. Everything you want to know about it is right there at your fingertips, which is fantastic for educators who are trying to get their paperwork done in order to submit for their students to go on a field trip. And your registration form is right here. You can click on it right here in order to register for this Southeast Region Student Research Symposia. But on top of that, if you're on your A game and you've got your stuff ready to go, it's a great time, and if you should have done it before now if you could, to submit for possible funding. You might possibly get funded for your travel to the Student Research Symposia so that your students can come, because a lot of places, they just don't have the money. And they use that as their excuse not to be involved. They're like, I feel like we can't afford this. But I'm here to tell you that I worked in a public school. And the kids that you were seeing there and the kids that I worked with, they were all mostly free and reduced lunch. They were very low income households, but they felt like real scientists in the real field for one time in their life before they graduated through this GLOBE program. And so I'm an excellent advocate for this program because honestly, I've seen it change the lives of my students. And I want it to change the lives of your students. And if I can help you change those lives and reach those students, that's exactly what I want to do. So get registered for your research symposium, no matter where it is. Get registered, get involved, go find out what's going on, bring your plan for next year if you need to. Come up with ideas, get involved. And once you see it and once you're involved, you'll realize how easy it is and how much support you get in order to move through this. Now, I work for the ASTRO CAMP Community Partners program, and GLOBE is a cross-collaborating partner with NASA and our program, and we're huge supporters. We absolutely love the GLOBE activities, and we put the GLOBE activities even embedded in our activities as well. So you will see GLOBE in NASA ASTRO CAMP Community Partners activities. You will see GLOBE's activities right there directly from the source so that you can see how easy these activities are, and you can start using them in early grade school. You can start using some of them in kindergarten. This is kindergarten through grade. That's how I feel about this program. The GLOBE program is that kind of program.